The Canada West football season is long over. The exam period for a guy like Teague Sherman just ended on Tuesday. First off, before we get to the Bomber news, how was the exam period? Are y'all kind of settled after that?
Oh, definitely. It just, for most people, exams are pretty stressful and whatnot, but I didn't have that many. I only had one really in the period. I had two one was a take home. One happened just as school ended, so it wasn't really that big of a deal for me, but that last exam could have went either way, so we'll see what happens when it comes to the final that mark.
Well, now what was a big deal was your football career will continue. Now, when you finished up the season against Calgary in the playoffs, you didn't know for sure if you were going to be going forward with your football career. What was kind of going through your mind obviously there's a number of emotions that go through an athlete's mind at that kind of end of the season when you lose in the playoffs, but when it's potentially your kind of last football game, what's kind of going through your mind? You're really trying to enjoy the moment as well as play as hard as you can.
And it was just a tough experience that many people do go through, at trying to be excited, but at the same time you're upset because, for our example, we lost, and it's a bad ending to the season, but kind of a good one because we did make the playoffs. So it helps for the younger guys on the team coming up. They'll have one playoff experience underneath their belt, so going into the new stadium for them is good. But like I said, for me, it was just kind of just thinking about, wow, I might have to start a real life now, and I can't be playing sports forever. And then when I got the call and then said I needed a chance with the Bombers, well, I was just ecstatic.
So take me through what that conversation was like. You played 6 of 8 games last year at the Manitoba Bisons, and a great statistical season for you. What was that phone conversation like with the Blue Bombers? What was said, and when did you sign on the dotted line?
Basically, what was just said was how they noticed me last year, and that this season they're seeing if I can still perform the same or even do even better. And they came out to a couple practices and see me play and said they were really confident and really excited basically to give me an opportunity to play on their team. And they said they're just very excited, and of course I was too. And they said if you just keep up what you're doing on special teams type of thing with us, then could have a long career or could have a short career, depending, right?
So what does the training schedule look like for you going forward until camp begins, and you get that opportunity to play in that stadium that you were supposed to be able to play in your last season with the Bisons? What does that training schedule look like for you now?
Basically just doing anything and everything I can, from on the field stuff to in the gym to eating right to being on the track, literally anything, running stairs, running in the sand, running in the snow. Any little advantage that I can get, that's what I'll be trying to focus on doing.
That's Teague Sherman, formerly of the Manitoba Bisons, now of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Of course, we wish you, Teague, the best of luck. For Shaw TV, I'm Mitchell Clinton.